Okay guys, how you doing out there? My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Zeroedge technology projection screens using smart technology gain. I'm showing you guys a little bit of the Project Future Tech. These are the new screens that are coming out this summer. Now mind you, these screens are, this actually is the micro thin super flex screen, or ultra flex. We're still working on the name. The screen is very flexible. I'll show you in the demonstration of the comments below. It's actually the first video we did on this screen, and this is the technology behind this screen. This screen is freaking incredible. Now mind you, the surface and how this is done is we have a raw chemical that we designed that is actually put into a machine, and the machine basically mixes elements and different forms of materials together and fuses it into a surface. And the thing is, the trick is to try to get the chemical to marry well with the surface. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it did actually work. Now I'm going to show you how thin the surface is. This is how thin this screen is. Very easy. This is the actual screen itself. Let me show you this. It's pretty cool. Look at this. Tell me that's not cool. This is the actual surface itself. The screen, mind you, can be used with projectors as low as 200 lumens. Will we come out with a black version of it? I don't know yet. But as I can say right now, it is actually freaking cool. Very easy to set up. All you would have to do is just take it out of the box and just connect it to your wall and you're done. That's it. It has something called an intelligent border, which means any area of the screen that's not being hit with the projector will turn dark. Also too, it's a completely zero edge. So that is freaking cool. You know what I mean? There's no freaking border. This is a completely borderless projection screen. And look, you can see this is freaking cool. Alright, so I'm gonna come over here. This is this demonstration on the 300 lumen projector we have over here and show you exactly how advanced this is going to look in your home. Alright, so let's come over here and start this right now for you guys. We have the white wall versus the screen. Now we will start taking pre-orders very soon on this screen. They're expected to go very fast. Since we do have the FedEx contract, shipping the screen will have to go by freight due to the size of the screen. Now the biggest the screen will be available in is pretty much, we're looking at different sizes, but we're thinking it's probably going to be pretty much 100 inch. It's probably the biggest the screen's going to come in for now. Later on in time we'll design bigger screens, but right now the 100 inch screen is the only screen available. Look at that. Look at the color pop on that screen. Now this would be the easiest installment you will ever do on a projection screen. Just literally take it out of the box, connect it to the wall, and you're done. Now we're thinking of different ways. We're going to add in little attachments, how you can add it to the wall. I mean, Velcro, and there's a couple of other words. Actually, to tell you the truth, how the screen is hanging up right now, it's very lightweight. It is extremely lightweight. I'm actually using Gorilla Tape, like a couple pieces of rolled Gorilla Tape on each corner, and just connected it right to the wall. And that's it. It's very lightweight. I have to weigh this screen. I know it's less than 2 pounds. It's definitely less than 2 pounds. Look at the color pop on this screen. We got it right next to the window. We got it in a fully lit environment. And you can see the massive, sorry about that, the massive color change. Look at that. Look what it does to the projector. Look at the color, look how beautiful it is. Looks just like an HD TV. Screens have amazing contrast levels. And like I said, you can use this on the form of any, look at the red. You got to see how the screen explodes when it comes to red. Look how the red comes off this screen. Look at that. That is freaking beautiful. But as I said before, yeah, you can use this with pretty much any projector you want. You can use it with DLP, you can use it with LED, you can use it with laser, LCD. Doesn't make a difference. Also too, as the lumen wise, the lowest lumen you can use on this particular screen will be 200 lumens. Sorry about that. Look at this. Look at the bark on the tree. Look at the colors. And this is no dark environment. We're not using 4K upscaling, none of that. The screen just looks absolutely freaking incredible. And just think how easy it is. Just all you have to do is just open another box and just bam, put on the wall and you're done. That's it. Pretty much that's it. There's no screws, no bolts, none of that nonsense. You just put it together. I mean, sorry, just take it out of the box and hang it on the wall. We just wanted something, like I said, for us, right? Like I said, it's a very complicated, because people think, a few people have asked me, is it screen paint? No, it's not screen paint. This is an actual raw chemical, like a formula, which we design over at a lab that I work at from time to time. I got access to this lab and I can go in and work with a lot of cool stuff that I could never get my hands on. And this allows us to design a raw chemical formula that's injected into this machine. The machine that we're using, we got from a good friend of mine who's letting us rent the machine from him. And we can actually add all different forms of elements into this machine, and this machine will fuse all this together. Now the trick is to get the chemical to react right with the surface. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, which means when we were trying to do this, there were a lot of failed attempts. But we finally got it nailed down to a surface that actually works, or a couple of elements of surfaces that actually worked, and a chemical that basically we had to break down like, I don't know, it felt like 50 or 60 times to get it to work right. Well, look at this. You can see, boom. I like to cover this up so you can see that that is your actual, because that's one of your actual projection screen right there. That's your actual projection screen. Look at the yellows. Oh my goodness. This screen is so gorgeous. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Okay guys, I'm Kenneth Bird from Zeroedge Technology Projection Screens using Smart Technology Gain. Also to the Fusion Silver, Fusion Black, Crystal Vision Projection Screens using Smart Technology Gain ×3. And now Project Future Tech. Oh, by the way, the Smart Technology Gain on Project Future Tech is ×5. It's a really high-end screen. It actually showed up a screen yesterday, which was not this screen. It was another screen that we designed. That screen is literally so bright, it looks like a TV. If you slant that thing to the side, it comes off like a TV. As a matter of fact, I'll put that in the bottom of the comment section too, so you guys can see that also. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. You know what? Let's do a contrast video really quick. Let me do a contrast video. Something really quick in here. Still a contrast, something that's completely dark. I got one in here that has the stars and Saturn and moons and all that stuff. That on here is pretty cool. I mean, it has a galaxy, which is really freaking cool. Very cool freaking video on here. Guys, so curious what TV looks like on here? Look at this. Look at the color balance. Wow, look how the color pops. That's what TV looks like on here. Alright, let me see if I got the... Okay, it's set up. Okay, I just want to make sure it's set up that we're doing this in 720p. Sometimes we drop below 720p and we hit another number, which I don't like, but up there you go, it just popped out. Alright, we'll do it again. It's mine to show you that we are doing this in the 720p. There we go. I never do my videos in 1080p, I just don't. It's just too easy. That's the whole object, is just too easy. Alright, come on, let's get this baby run. Alright, there we go. Show you what the contrast looks like on this screen. To see how much, look how beautiful the reds. And the blues, and look at the yellows. There's no blues in it. There's some traces of some blue. Right, this is a 3000 lumen projector. I'm using a DLP projector. And just shows you how magnificent this screen is. Look at this. The camera to focus a little better. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that looks. That looks absolutely sexy. That is amazing. That looks gorgeous. Okay guys, I'm Kenneth We're from Zeroedge Technology Projection Screens using smart technology gain. Also the inventor of the Fusion Silver, Fusion Black, Crystal Vision projection screens. Check out the blackout cloth. It's also freaking amazing. The Project Future Tech will be launching probably early this summer or probably late this summer. I don't know yet, but I would suggest you pre-order this screen. If you're interested in this technology, please pre-order because they will go fast. Okay guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching.